Hey guys, and welcome to the Command Tower. We make EDH Deck Techs. If you enjoy these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Today's deck is Lathiel the Bounteous Dawn deck. Lathiel is a 2-2 with lifelink, and at the beginning of each end step, if you gain life that turn, should be up to that many 1/1 counters among any number of target creatures. So at the end of your turn, if you gained life, you're putting down many 1/1 counters on your creatures. The total price for this deck is $31.01. This is according to TCG Player, and this does not include lands. So, let's get right into the deck. First off, we got ramp. Since Lathiel puts 1/1 counters on creatures, we're going to need a lot of creatures that also ramp us. Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic, and Finhorde Elves all do the same thing. They just tap for green. Absence Pilgrim taps for white. And Paradise Druid has hexproof as long as it's untapped, taps for 1 mana of any color. Leafkin Druid taps for green, but if you control 4 or more creatures, it taps for 2 green instead. Lycian Caryatid taps for 1 mana of any color. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you add 2 mana of any 1 color instead. Now Marwyn the Nurturer is one of the best cards in the deck. So whenever another elf enters battle under your control, put a 1/1 counter on it, which won't happen too much. But it taps, then add an amount of green equal to its power. So, since we're going to put 1/1 counters on creatures with your commander, put a ton of 1/1 counters on Marwyn, then it just taps for a ton of mana. Harvest Season, search your library up to X basic lands, where X is the number of tapped creatures you control, put onto the battlefield tapped. And Pristine Talisman, taps your colorless, and you gain 1 life, which is good just to get 1 life. Then we've got life gain. In order to get all these 1/1 counters, we're going to have to gain some life. Soul Warden, whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Essence Warden does the same exact thing. Angel of Vitality, flying, you would gain life, you gain that much life plus 1 instead, and it has +2/+2 as long as you have 25 or more life. Asban Battle Priest, his Outlast, you can pay away and tap it, put a 1/1 counter on this creature, and you can leave that as a sorcery. But each creature that you control with 1/1 counter on it has lifelink. So you're going to put 1/1 counters on creatures, give them lifelink, attack with them, gain 1 more life. Angelic Skirmisher, flying. At the beginning of each combat, choose First Strike, Vigilance, or Lifelink. Creatures control, gain that ability till end of turn. Probably going to choose Lifelink, because you'll gain a ton of life and get more 1/1 counters on people. Healer's Hawk is a 1 flying lifelink, just overall good to get a lot of damage in. Fountain of Renewal, beginning of your upkeep, you gain 1 life. You can pay 3 and sacrifice it to draw a card. Wall of Reverence, Defender, flying. Beginning of your end step, you may gain life equal to the power of target creature you control. And Boon Reflection, if you would gain life, you gain twice as much life instead, which helps you get a lot of life gain. Spurious Devotion, Chained Creature gets +1/+1 lifelink. When it enters battlefield, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink. Heroes Reunion, target player gains 7 life. Just overall really good, because 7 life is 7 1/1 counters. War Report, you gain life equal to the number of creatures on the battlefield, plus the number of artifacts on the battlefield. And in Commander, there's going to be a lot of artifacts on the battlefield, because people always use artifacts to ramp. And along with creatures too, you should gain a lot of life with this one. Congregate, target player gains 2 life for each creature on the battlefield. Blunt Assault, you gain 1 life for each creature on the battlefield and prevent all combat damage to be dealt this turn. And Sanguine Sacrament, you gain twice X life. Put it on the bottom of its owner's library. Next up, we got Token Generators. With all these 1/1 counters, we're going to need some creatures to put them on. Angelic Accord, at the beginning of each end step, you gain 4 or more life this turn. Create a 4/4 white angel with flying. Sandworm Convergence, creatures with flying can attack you or planeswalkers you control. Beginning of your end step, create a 5/5 worm. Increasing Devotion, create 5 1/1 white human creature tokens. If this spell is cast from a graveyard, create 10 of those instead. It has Flashback for 9. White Sun Zenith, create X 2/2 white cat creature tokens. Shuffle it into its owner's library. March of the Multitudes has Convoke, so your creatures can help cast a spell. Each creature you tap while casting a spell pays for 1 generic, or 1 mana of that creature's color. You create X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink. So, this is probably one of the best cards on the deck because you're making a ton of creatures that all have lifelink, and when you're gaining life, you're going to put counters on them, make them even bigger, you're going to attack with them, and gain life from the lifelink. Gearwork Primal Hunter is a starting loyalty of 3. If you +1, you create a 3/3 green beast creature token. If you -3, you draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. And if you -6, you create a 6/6 green worm creature token for each land you control. The -3 is probably the best one here because you're going to make really big creatures. Draw a bunch of cards off that. Murder Investigation, enchanted creature you control. When an enchanted creature dies, put X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield, where X is power. And Amara, Soul of the Accord, whenever she becomes tapped, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink. Then we've got Pump It Up. Just more ways to get 1/1 counters onto your creatures. Ageless Entity, whenever you gain life, put that many 1/1 counters on an Ageless Entity. Really good because you're going to gain life, put counters on it, and then your S step, you could put more counters on it. Trustani Discordant, other creatures you control get +1/+1. When she enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, each player gains control of all creatures they own. Light of Promise, enchant creature. Trade creature has whenever you gain life, put that many 1/1 counters on this creature. Soul's Might, put X 1/1 counters on target creature, where X is that creature's power. Just a really good card in general. And Pledge of Unity, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control, you gain 1 life for each creature you control. Just good, getting 1/1 counters on them, and you're gaining life. Then, we got some ways to win. Bond of Discipline, tap all creatures your opponents control. Creatures you control gain lifelink till end of turn. So, you're going to tap your opponent's creatures, attack for a bunch, and if you don't even kill them, then you're going to gain a ton of life, get a ton of 1/1 counters. It's going to give you massive advantage. Storm Herd, create X 1/1 white Pegasus creature tokens with flying, where X is your life total. If you can attack with them, that might just end the game right there. Felidar Sovereign, Vigilance lifelink, speed your upkeep. If you have 40 or more life, you win the game. Just a way to win the game that's not too hard, I feel like. And also, he has Vigilance and lifelink, so if you want to put 1/1 counters on him, then he can attack also. Then we got ways to draw cards. Survival Cache, you gain 2 life, then if you have more life than an opponent, draw a card. It has Rebound, if you cast a spell from your hand, exile it as it resolves. Beginning your next upkeep, you may cast a spell from exile without paying its mana cost. Momentous Fall is additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature. You draw cards equal to sacrifice a creature's power, you gain life equal to its toughness. Harmonize, draw 3 cards. Mouth, to feed. Mouth is create a 3/3 green hippo creature token. And Feed has Aftermath, so you can only play it from your graveyard. And you draw a card for each creature you control with power 3 or greater. Inspiring Call, draw a card for each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it, and they gain 1 indestructible till end of turn. Armorcraft Judge, when it enters the battlefield, draw a card for each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it. Shamanic Revelation, once again, just draw a card for each creature you control, and it has Ferocious, so you gain 4 life for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. So, with all that card draw and life gain, that should pull you ahead really fast. Mentor of the Meek, whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you can pay 1 if you do draw a card. Return of the Wild Speaker, choose 1, draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures you control, or non-human creatures you control get +3/+3 till end of turn. Drawing cards equal to the greatest power, once again, is really good, because you're just going to make really big creatures. And Camaraderie, you gain X life and draw X cards for X number of creatures you control, and creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. Then we got Removal. Divine Offering, destroy target artifact, you gain life equal to converted mana cost. Solemn Offering, destroy target artifact or enchantment, you gain 4 life. Tarashi's Grasp, destroy target artifact or enchantment, you gain life equal to its converted mana cost. Acidic Slime, Death Touch, when it enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. This is also really good because you're going to put 1/1 counters on it, and since it has Death Touch, people probably won't want to block. Exile target non-white attacking creature, you gain life equal to its toughness. Chroma's Vengeance, Destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments, as cycling for 3. Prey upon. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Faith's Fetters. Enchant permanent. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. Change a permanent can't attack or block. Its activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Pounce. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. And Celestia's Charm. Choose one. Target creature gets +2/+2 and trample till end of turn. Exile target creature with power 5 or greater. Or create a 2/2 white knight creature with token with vigilance. Lastly, we've got lands. Blossoming Sands enters battlefield tapped, but you gain 1 life. And Great Pelt Refuge is the same thing. Kubira Crossroads enters battlefield tapped and you gain 2 life. It taps for white. Lathiel Sanctuary enters battlefield tapped, but when it enters battlefield, you return a land you control to its owner's hand. Command Tower taps for 1 mana of any color and your commander's color identity. Lathiel Guildgate enters battlefield tapped, but taps for green or white. Blighted Steppe taps for a generic mana, but if you pay 4 and sacrifice, you gain 2 life for each creature you control. Radiant Fountain, when it enters battlefield, you gain 2 life and it taps for colors. And 14 plains and 16 forests. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day.